It's been quite a year for Adam Scott. From his Masters victory to his win last week in the Australian PGA, the Aussie star won't forget 2013. Journalist and broadcaster Chris Hollins found out what influences him and started by asking him about the aftermath of that famous win in April.
Greg Norman apparently was on his knees celebrating. I mean, what does that mean to you? Your idol celebrating with you?
Yeah, it's an amazing development of our friendship, I think, because I don't know, he's been my idol since I was 6 years old, and our relation became a friendship. It's really hard to get your head around because in so many ways I still see him as that guy who I've looked up to, I've learned from, all of that, yet you know, we connect on a friendship level as well, and just want the best for each other. And you know, I think he was a great role model for me, and certainly a lot of the things I've learned in the game of golf that I didn't learn from my father or my mother growing up, you know, I learned from watching him on TV and the way he handles himself as a professional. So really lucky with that, and lucky to have him as a friend.
You mentioned your mum and dad. Obviously we talk about passions and people that play an enormous role in your life, not only in golf but obviously off the course as well. How big an influence have they been in your life?
Well, huge. I mean, for most people the parents are the biggest influence, and mine have been certainly in shaping me as a person, but in golf as well. My dad's a professional golfer, and golf's been his life and his passion, and that was passed on to me early. I was at the course ever since I can remember, and my mum's a really good golfer as well. So
don't play the Scott family in a golf competition.
Well, negotiate the shots wisely, I would say. But no, it's been great growing up in that environment. And
obviously you say you're well grounded. I mean, it was a massive blow to you 12 months ago, but you know, I haven't spoken to a person who didn't admire the way you handled it. Did your parents ring you up straight away? Were they there? I don't know whether they were there at the Open to put an arm around you. Yeah, Dad was there.
You know, in some ways I think he was more gutted than I was, probably, because he wanted to see me win, and he probably believed I would win, especially late in the day. But they're great too. They understand me well, and I think he saw I was handling it okay. And I was just handling it the only way I could. I mean, if I wanted to break down, I would have, but I just felt so happy about the way I played, and there was so much good stuff. I'd wanted to play that way in a major for 12 years, and I could never get my game to that level. And it was really frustrating, but I was just so pleased with the way I played, and it's hard to say because the result is so important, but it was almost like it wasn't that week. And I think Dad had the big picture in mind still, even after that, because I bet he was churning inside. And I mean, it must have been worse for Mum, who was at home in Australia and couldn't see how I was and everything going on afterwards. So she must have been, you know, in agony watching that. I can't imagine how it was to watch.
Does she ring you up and say, "Don't worry, Adam, it's only a game"?
Yeah, no, she knows not to ring me up and say that. That would have probably sent me over the edge. No, I mean, look, I'm their son, they know me well, and you know, I think they understand that there were bigger things. Sure. And you know, I really felt that, you know, that wasn't going to be my destiny in the game. Something else was.
That wasn't the story that time. The story was coming later.
Thank you so much.
Lovely to meet you.